Yo, hey girl, it's Lady Shan, nonetheless, and welcome to Come Box with Shan, and introducing the fight fan figure.
Bang, bang. Been a minute. You been good?
Been good. Just hopefully I'm not locked off of lives because you don't find out until afterwards that this is an early live, guys. No one's on at the minute. Don't worry. We're doing this for the playback crew. Aren't we, Lee?
Yes, having to fit it in with schedules and all, but
yeah, it's a busy day today, and it's just gone 2:40 p.m. in the UK. So, that is a sly little thing, because YouTube don't tell you that they ain't allowed it until afterwards. But I don't think I've breached anything, to be fair. Yeah.
No, I think it's cool.
No, I haven't breached anything. It's time. Right. So we are going to be talking about, and all my American lot, bless, big up them, man, because there's like, when you go live next, I might have to do an even one for them, man. We are going to touch base of POVETKIN WHYTE. Let's go. What did you think? Because we did the live watch along.
Yes, we did, and I really enjoyed the card. Really enjoyed it. I genuinely do enjoy Dillian's pay-per-views, and yeah, there was action all throughout. A few surprises, but no, it was good stuff.
Yeah. What did you because like I said, don't want to take a win away from Dillian, but let's have it right. That weren't the POVETKIN that we all know. Remember, he was hospitalized. He was hospitalized for COVID, and that's a big thing if you're hospitalized for it, to be fair.
Yes, I've heard. I've been blessed enough not to know anybody close enough to say what the effects are.
Well, I've had it, but I was just not well for about a week. It affects everyone differently, though.
Yeah, I think I said on his ring walk, he looked like he'd done a hard day's work. He just looked.
You did
like
say
his
that.
bones are aching.
You did say that, and then bam, we get into round one, and Dillian just goes it. By the way, my prediction was right. Dillian just goes fully in, doesn't he? Like round one, starts tucking him in, a left hook, Dillian's special, and also POVETKIN special as well. And POVETKIN wobbles, goes down, but fair play to him, he was strong. Guy's a strong guy, man.
Tough, Russian.
Stoic, you said.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, you said he's stoic.
And he was still looking for his whatever plan he had. He was still looking for it. He was still looking to knock Dillian out. So it's yeah.
I don't know where you froze. You froze like that. You said whatever the plan, and then it froze.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I'm saying whatever his plan was, he was aiming. You could see he was looking for it. He just wasn't able to execute anything, and he never really caused Dillian much trouble at all.
Yeah. No, he didn't, did he? And then the fourth round comes, and then it's game over for POVETKIN. That left hook, his legs wasn't with him the whole fight, was it? His legs wasn't with him the whole fight, was it?
I don't think so. I mean, I'd love to say that Dillian had such a command of the ring that POVETKIN wasn't able to go where he wanted, but I don't think it was that. As you said, he seems to have lost the dexterity in his feet. I just keep going back to it. The Joshua fight in the first round in the Joshua fight, his legs were brilliant. They were springy. He had leap. He had power.
He got knocked out in the 7th round in that fight, and he lasted 7 rounds.
But he was very dangerous. He hurt Joshua.
Yeah.
But we just never saw too much of it. Even in both bouts, he was doing some work to the body in the first one, and he got that beautiful knockout uppercut.
Yeah, of 2020, mate.
But yeah, he was like, that maybe was the last bit of juice he could squeeze out of himself, and I think that well's run dry. And we're not going to see too many more
Think he should
top level
retire?
performances.
Think he
Yeah,
should retire?
I wouldn't have any issue with him retiring. You
Me
know, I wouldn't, because I just think, where does he go from here? He's had an illustrious career. He's, like I said, he's trying to get to the top of the mountain. He's got close. He got to the top in the amateurs with the Olympic gold. He got a regular belt, an interim belt. Lost to Dillian, Klitschko, Joshua.
He's had an amazing career.
He's had a decent career, very, very illustrious. He just hasn't had that full blown. He never got his hands on the full blown world title.
Yeah, but and this was his last title shot, like that, like, you know, he got, and it, like you said, interim, but this was probably his last. Let's have a go. And I wouldn't mind if he just bowed out, because we don't want to see Povetkin become that heavyweight journeyman. Everyone just knocks him down to the ground, and it's just all disrespectful. Like, I rate him. So in my opinion, there was people saying that, oh, there's still fights for him. There's always going to be fights for boxers. But what? Well, does it mean that you should partake in them? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you could bow out gracefully, and everyone should salute him for, like I said, made a lot of money.
There were so many boxers though that it's like a drug to them, isn't it? They retire and they seem to just come back.
They always come back. He could come back in the legends thing if he ever wanted, like in 10 years. It's not saying that you can't come back in the Legends League, like, you get me, but in 10 years he'd be like 51. Joshua would be 41. Technically, they could both still be in Legend League. Because Joshua wants to be out by that time as well. Tyson Fury would probably be gone. Yeah. So Alexander Povetkin, man, we salute you, mate. So if you decide to bow out, we honestly don't mind. I've heard no press. I've seen no updates of him saying anything either.
Do we normally with Povetkin though? I don't think he bothers with Western media. I just think anything would have been in Russia, if anything. And I have no ability to check anything in Russian, so
he would never be. I doubt he'd, because they're not allowed a lot of stuff. So I doubt he'd be doing interviews about boxing in Russia. Like, well, either if like IFL did it via Zoom, it wouldn't be like a Russian station. Maybe one. There's one girl that I've seen. She does interviews over there. It's very strict. I've been there, and it's very strict. Like, when I flew in, YouTube was disabled. You can't get YouTube. Everything, Putin controls everything. It's wild. It's wild. And I was only there for 24 hours because I had a show there.
Okay. Which city?
Yeah. Huh?
Which city?
Moscow. Yeah. So anyway, moving along swiftly. So yeah, maybe hopefully we may see something on one of the other platforms that they get an interview with him. All right, so where do I want to go now? Oh yeah, this is what I want to touch base with you. Your gripe, like Kenny Ken, with Derek Chisora and PPV. Come on.
Like, hold on. It's not with Derek Chisora, it's David Hayes, PPV. Like, I just don't think he puts.
No, it's Derek Chisora's, because you said this. Derek Chisora is the one that's fighting. You don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is. It's both of them. But go on.
Look, I look. To me, pay-per-views are, you pay your money, you take your choice. I've looked at that card, and as intriguing as some of those fights are, I just do not feel the desire to spend £20 on that pay-per-view show. I don't. I mean, you know, I spent £20 on a Dillian White one, and the fights came out yesterday or so. You know what I mean? They're not. I just think they're only going to keep putting on these shows and turning usual, you know, which should be a Saturday night card, and they're going to turn them into pay-per-views. And you know, if unless we stop paying for it. So
do you think this next upcoming? Do you know what? Can I just say to people, I have to make a trillion apologies. I don't know why I always call Joseph Parker Tony Parker. I've watched back ample amounts of content of me sometimes saying Joseph Parker. and then listing him and saying Tony Parker, and then someone correct me, and then I go, yeah, Pulev, Povetkin, Tony Parker. I don't know who's Tony Parker. Who is he? Is it someone?
No idea.
I don't know
No
why.
idea.
I don't know why I can't just say Joseph Parker. Like,
Well, he's got a twin brother. He could be called Anthony. He's got a twin brother, hasn't he? He could be called Anthony. So who knows?
I don't know. I just always call him Tony Parker, and I know it's Joseph Parker. It's wild. But anyway, do you think that this card's not PPV worthy?
No, I don't. But I do think that enough people will like watching Chisora's fights because they're not boring fights. They're not boring fights at all. So he you know, he's got his own fan base that enjoy his fans that will be happy to pay for it.
Yeah.
And good luck to them. There will be many people out there that wouldn't think that Dillian White's pay-per-view cards are worth it. And I say good luck to them, you know. So
but Chisora, like he just loses. Like it's gone now. Like for me personally, I like Derek. I grew to like Derek Chisora as his character before I thought this geezer's off. But I got used to him. But what I'm saying is, I think after this fight, and I'll give a prediction at some point soon. This has to be done. No more PPV for him.
I mean, what I do respect about Chisora is the dedication he's putting in to the latter end of his career. You know, I've never done boxing training or anything, but it seems like damn hard work. And to reach the latter end of your career and then go up another level and train a bit harder and learn different things and do things in it, I do respect that.
Right.
It's just the same. I just don't think his cards are deep enough. He don't, you know, Dillian White, he puts on. There's more exciting fights. There's more better competitive bouts on his cards.
Yeah, they are all day. So with this Parker, what do you think? You pay-per-viewing it? What's it on? It's Sky Box Office. This is going to be on.
It's going to be Sky Box Office. Yeah. I'm not even sure.
When's the date of that?
I'm not even sure. I'm doing my mini boycott of the damn thing.
You're not on it.
Even sure.
I'm going to check.
I am interested in the Jonas Taylor fight or the Taylor Jonas fight. I'm really interested.
Me too. Oh no, I thought it was Katie Taylor on one of those cards.
Yeah, Katie Taylor. Yeah, Katie Taylor with Natasha Jonas.
Yeah,
she's going up in weight to take her on.
Katie Taylor's going up.
No, Natasha Jonas is going up in weight.
Right. So that means she's tiny. So what's she going up? Because what's Taylor super bantam? Something like that.
I think she's 140, and I think
no, she's not. She's super lightweight.
I think she's 140, and then Jessica McCaskill's 147, and then you got Clarissa Shields at 154.
Nah, they're not as heavy as that.
I think they are. You know, I do think. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
First of May is Chisora Parker. Hang on, let me just check Katie Taylor's thingy. To my understanding, she isn't 140, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Katie Taylor, professional boxer.
Taylor's 135. Rachel's saying.
Taylor is hi, Rach. Taylor is 135.
Thank you, Rachel.
Orthodox. Yeah, just have to double check. Why doesn't it bloody tell you here? Why doesn't it? Don't it usually say what they are in box rec? Wild. I don't know why it should say on. Wait, I just want to double check so we know, innit? Oh, they're doing 61 kg, 100 and 134, 135 pounds. So that means who's going up? Yeah, because Clarissa Shields is high. Clarissa Shields said if the money's right, should come down to 147. But a Clarissa Shields at 147 would be big up, Karma Serene. You're right, girl. I haven't seen you for a while, actually. Where you been? that I think that would weight drain her coming down to 147. But anyway, the girls that are fighting. So this is it a title fight?
Yes, undisputed. All Taylor's belts are on the line. If Jonas gets the victory, she's the new undisputed 135 champion.
Jonas is usually 126. Jonas is usually 126. Woo! So she's going up, to meet at 135. I don't know. Could do a prediction, but I could just do a quick one off the rip. Taylor's going to win. What do you reckon?
I think Jonas is in upset season mind. You know, she wasn't supposed to put in that performance against Terry Harper. And in a lot of eyes, she took that decision. Just wasn't awarded it on the night. So I wouldn't be surprised. I think
really goes for it.
She's going to be able to put up a good plan. She'd have to do it convincingly. It'll be very hard to because Taylor is Matchroom's female, the golden girl. Yeah, the golden girl.
Yeah.
So she'd have to do it convincingly, but it can be done. McCaskill done it too. I've forgotten her name now.
McCaskill, not Rachel Ball, was it? No, Rachel Ball won.
The Norwegian. McCaskill took the undisputed.
Jonas, I think, is usually 126. Yeah. I don't know. You may be more up to game on me, speed on me. I'm just learning more British.
Breakers, that's it, Carmen. Thank you. Yeah. Breakers.
Yeah. That was a good fight the other day, innit? With who was it? Breakers. We was watching it.
It was a rematch. Yeah, it was a rematch.
Who did she fight? Yeah, that's it. With Breakers. Yeah,
that was a rematch.
Yeah. Unrivaled boxing. Big up, walk on. I've
got to big up Unrivaled Boxing Talks. I listened to one of his videos, and I just loved his candid opinion because I do enjoy women's boxing, and he was like, "I've given it a try, and I think it's shit." He was talking about the Clarissa Shields pay-per-view card. I just found it hilarious. Say that again.
It's not all that. Like I told you who I saw on the undercard. Whose undercard was it the other day? When I saw was it on the Maurice Hooker and was it Ortiz? Virgil Ortiz. Hooker and Hooker and Virgil Ortiz. I don't think you guys watched it because it was late here. And the girl that was on the undercard, another Estrada. And she was she took some girl's belt. She beat the brakes off of her. And that was a sick fight. Because it was like, I was like, the name Estrada is in for the wins right now. Because you obviously, but you know what? Talking about that, good segue. Yes, King Lee. Sup, D? I know. Back in the build, Dizzin, man. You got to be back in the build, Dizzin. We missed you. I missed you. I've got the messages. It's all good. Like, let's get to be chopping it up. You know what I mean? I know, D. I know. I'm rivaled. What was I going to say? So I'm hearing, Estrada can scrap. She can. I'm hearing that there's going to be a trilogy, a Choc and Estrada trilogy. I'm gassed for that.
Eddie Hearn was not going to miss that opportunity, was he? It's a fight that people want. It had the contract, and it's rare that you get a trilogy that's actually wanted. And we've had 2 quality fights from it. So there's a high possible probability of a 3rd quality fight. This is like the perfect storm for a trilogy. And Eddie Hearn would not have missed out on that. That's going to get a lot of traction, get a lot of people's eyes on it. So I'm looking forward to it.
Do you think there should be a trilogy? Because I'm not a big trilogy.
I know you're not a big fan of trilogies. That's what I'm saying.
In that instance, it was so close, and it's always been a Liberty decisions. Like Chocolatito, in my opinion, but always gets. I don't think he just gets that fight. He got ripped off. Blatantly got ripped off. So I'm looking forward to it. Like, let's get it going, because Chalk, in my opinion, Chalk won by 1 round. So that's tight. This time, Chalk's going to beat him, like, convincingly. But their punch output is wild, these lads, these two. I like their fight.
I think these guys could fight 10 times and they'll all be close. They'll all be close bouts. I don't think you're ever going to get an answer. I just think there's always going to be arguments for and against. I just think every fight will be close.
Yeah, because they're just so evenly yoked, so evenly matched, isn't it? Them two. That's yeah. Well, it has to be a convincing win at the end of the day. For me, soon it has to be. Your thoughts on Shields v Marshall? Enjoy your boxing analysis. Okay, so we just big up Bev. We just kind of just touched on that already. Clarissa Shields said she'd go down to 147.
No, she's saying Marshall, Savannah Marshall.
Yeah, and Clarissa Shields.
No, we were talking about Katie Taylor, Clarissa Shields before.
No, we were talking about Shields as well. I said Shields said that she'd go down to 147 if the money was right to fight Marshall.
Yeah, but that 147 will be to have fought Katie Taylor or the.
No, sorry, that's to fight It's to no. No. Shields said she'd go down to 147 to fight who?
She was talking about fighting the winner of, because they're trying to build up
for Katie Taylor.
Jessica McCaskill or Katie Taylor, for them to fight each other.
Yeah.
And then she was talking about fighting the winner of those two.
So sorry, I'm getting confused. So you're talking. I know you're talking about Savannah Marshall.
Yeah.
She said that she would do. She would make that fight, but Eddie also would have to pay her like millions.
Yeah, she's gonna want to get paid a premium for it.
You're not getting that. You're not getting no millions out here for women's boxing. It would be nice, but you're not Anyway, so Savannah Marshall beat Clarissa Shields in the amateurs, and I heard she beat her very convincingly as well. So she's always got that like thing over her. So I think because Marshall is a big girl, so Marshall she can fight at super welter and light heavy. Big girl, because she's 6'1". So to fight Clarissa Shields, I reckon they would catch weight it at probably.
Remember, Clarissa Shields could fight at 168.
168, I'd say, yeah. Mate.
Her first fight was at 168. Yeah, she's able to.
I don't think she'd want to fight at 175. 168, I think that would be great. And who would win in that? Like, Savannah Marshall is a great technical boxer. She's a good boxer. That one for me is quite a close one. I'd have to analyze a little bit more and then come to a more informed opinion, because for me that would be close. That would be quite close.
It reminds me of the my thoughts when she was going to fight Christina Hammer, that German boxer, and on paper Christina had the skills to cause Clarissa a lot of problems, but Clarissa schooled her in that fight. She schooled her, so and I think it's the same. Our feeling's the same again. I think Savannah Marshall, she's a switch hitter. She can, she's strong. She's agile. She's got movement. She knows where to go. She's already beaten Clarissa Shields, so she won't be intimidated by her. Nice. So Shields would have to pull something out of the bag, but it wouldn't surprise me. I wouldn't bet against Shields. To me, the common sense thing says Marshall, but I wouldn't bet against Shields. Plus, Shields has more professional experience. And she's fought Christina Hammer. She's been on bigger fights.
Yeah. It'll be an interesting fight. It's a fight that needs to be made anyway. She's hopping over to MMA and all of that anyway. So I mean, Cheeseman and James Metcalf is a fight that will rival one Francis Chock and Estrada for fight of the year. Both were fantastic fights. Yeah, Leon did say that fight. I think you mentioned that fight was grueling, mate, wasn't it?
It was. It was grueling. I love those kind of boxing matches, but I think the Estrada one has to be ahead of it because of what was online. It was unification, and it had more quality. Had
Yeah,
more quality.
yeah,
Rather than
more
it being like a
quality.
scrap, the
Yeah,
Australia one was a good bout. There was boxing in there. It was great.
Techers, Techers all day. Love, like I really do love Choc. If anybody can't tell by now, Savannah will be Savannah will beat her again. It's more than likely. Could This is what I'm saying, and that's why she wants a big payout, just in case.
That is a fight, though. I would like to see a
I'd
rematch on that.
love to.
I'd like to see them fight each other twice. I would like a
Yeah,
home and an away fight. I'd like one in UK, one in America, and see
yeah,
how both of them cope
yeah.
traveling.
See, that's what I'm saying. Savannah Marshall is the one to beat Shields right now. I'm not saying Savannah will beat Clarissa Shields, but I won't say Marshall will lose. So what are you saying then, D? What are you saying?
Saying both can win. Both can win.
Yeah,
It's too close to call.
yeah. They both definitely can win. All right, and moving along. So we are seeing where we're going with Eddie Hearn saying that possibly he's got a statement to make or an announcement to make regarding Joshua Fury. So yeah, who's got receipts for these statements, man? So what you say? What do you think about all of this? We're just waiting for the date, Leon.
Look, we've been. When was it? Last year, June. Tyson Fury went on Instagram Live and said the deal's been made, and thanks to the MTK people for brokering the deal, and we're not much further now other than they've signed the deal, but they're still waiting. They need to stop making mini announcements and just let us know when the actual fight is happening.
Yeah.
And
How about that?
It is interesting.
Yeah, and where does in the meantime Dillian White has to kind of. I was on Raphael's platform yesterday, and I've been saying like the best route is in it like big up to Sporting Icons, because he was like the route to take would be Trevor Bryan for the WBA. Dillian White, just quickly go and swipe that. Them lot do their fights, their 2 fights for this year, and then Dillian or would you like whoever wins out of Joe Joyce and POVETKIN, and Usyk, then should fight White, and then whoever wins out of that fight should then qualify to fight Joshua Fury.
Yeah, I think Mauricio Sullivan mentioned something like that. When you've got a champion with multiple belts, the mandatories should face off each other to see you've just got one mandatory, so we can. Right. Because I remember I was listening to, I think it was on Rival Boxing. He had a live on, and there was one guy that kept saying that, Deontay Wilder had faced a similar amount of mandatories as Joshua had, and I thought, yeah, that's because he's got more belts, so he's having to, he's still able to have his voluntaries, so he's going to have as many mandatories. It's just he's got more belts, so the people waiting for his have to wait longer. So that is a way.
It's more quality fighters that Joshua's had to defend his title against. To be honest, let's have it right.
But I mean, the mandatories are set by the governing bodies, isn't it? That's something you can't blame the.
Yeah, you can't really. Well, I mean, look at Deontay Wilder's like. If we're going to talk about resumes,
saying that,
at least he defended the title. But I mean, at the end of the day, they was all bums near enough, bar Fury and Luis Ortiz. That basically he was losing near enough every round till he scored the right hand. So I mean,
I don't know. I think that's a bit hard. I don't think about Wilder loses every round. He loses the majority. He loses the majority. I don't think he loses every round.
Yeah, majority of every round. Yeah, majority. When on the scorecards, he's mainly always down on the scorecards. Mainly, he is. This is a fact. Undisputed don't need to be on the line for AJ Fury too. After the first fight, the WBO and the WBC can remove their belts, and Usyk and White can have their title shots. So Usyk and White can have their title shots with. So Usyk and White.
Do you know what I think? I've got a horrible suspicion that there's so much money in both fights. If there's a lot of money in the first fight, I think the sanctioning bodies won't want to lose out on the second slice of pie. and they'll just find a way of delaying it because they're not, you know, it's not fair. People, you know, as much as people are upset that USIC is the mandatory, I do agree with the WBO that if you become undisputed, you get a chance to go up and face the champion of the WBO belt. So he has earned it in that sense, and he's been waiting a long time, and he's been messed about a lot.
Very.
He, you know, I'm sure by their rules, he's entitled to a shot at Joshua, not at Usyk. He's entitled to a shot. I think they do what they want, and I think if the fight generates a lot of money, I'm thinking that the governing bodies might actually, somehow find a way to keep them with the belts, so we can have a second fight for undisputed.
Yeah. Can I answer that question?
No, Mark, I don't. I don't have my own channel. I think I respect any of you guys out there that get a channel up there, but I don't. I'm quite happy to.
At the moment, he's fine. At the moment, he's team Lady Shan at a minute, and if he ever gets a boxing channel, I'll definitely support it. But he's a part of the team.
Definitely not in the plans. Definitely not in the plans.
Lee's like, nah, mate. I see all the abuse. I see all the abuse that Shan gets. Like, it's mad.
Good. You're very good.
No one gets abuse like me though. I don't see as much people getting abuse like how I do. Sorry. If there was a medal for abuse, I would win. I would win. I would bloody win. And even when I was on Pep Talk 2 weeks ago, 2 Mondays ago, I was talking and they was like, get her off. Some people. She don't know what she's talking about. They was like, what's your prediction for Dillian White? X, Y, Z. That was White, Povetkin, White. I was just like, fourth round. And they was all like, nah, it's going to points. It's going to be a late round stoppage. Anyway, the fight turns out, obviously, Shani's right, because that's what I does. That's what I do. Yeah. When I came back on last week, Monday, not one bastard was on there to say, she don't know about. It was silence. Yeah, leave me alone. I don't know everything, but what I do know is what I do know. Yeah, so leave me alone. If you want to give me hassle, give the lads hassle. Don't just try and give me hassle because I'm a woman. Because what the universe will happen is I'll bump into you a lot, and it will be on. It's going to be a madness because I don't ramp. Anyway, Fight Fan, exactly. Sanctioning bodies are. I know Fight Fan. We're on the clock. Fight Fan, exactly. Sanctioning bodies are about making the money, so they will try everything in their power to make AJ Fury 2 another undisputed match between the two. You got it's a £500 million deal. It's just got to happen. It's just got to happen. So like, hold tight, Eddie Hearn. Like, remember the WBO's giving him they gave him like 30 days, and that was a couple of weeks ago. So we have to see what I can't wait because I want to go. So I'm waiting for the date. Even if I'm not even at the fight, if it's in Saudi and I can't get in that bloody arena or wherever, at least I just want to be in the surroundings. I don't know. I want to go because 2020 and 2021 has been so dead. Yeah, so dead. This is something to look forward to. Would you go, Lee?
Would I go to Joshua Fury?
You don't get it like me. You don't. Not like
me. Say that again?
No, I'm rather said abuse comes with all the territory. It's different types of different abuse. You lot don't get it like me. Go on. Would you go, Lee?
It depends on how much it costs, to be honest.
Yeah. I don't know if it's that. It's the flights are about $4 to be able to fly. But obviously you want a hotel and you're not going to be out in the streets, are you? So, like, you want a package, innit?
Because Matchroom do some good packages. I was actually looking at going to the Joshua Reese fights in New York. And it worked out reasonable. It was like what you would pay for a normal, weekend in New York, but you got the fight as well. So if they can do a decent deal, but then it's like, I don't know, but with that fight, you had New York to go to as a travel destination.
Oh, well, I've grown up there, so I've trotted past Madison Square Gardens all the time with my sister. Like, I could, like, if anything happens in Madison Square Garden, I just need the ticket and the flight. I wouldn't need accommodation because my sister was there, so I'd just stay at my sister's. So the New York thing's easy, but yeah. So if they have another Dillian White thing, and they want to do America, and they might, if they pick New York, I would definitely go. I will be neck and neck with you, Queen. I always get heat from around the YTBC on a daily basis. If you get the gold, I get the silver. Yeah, we get it. Hola, buenos días, mi amigo. ¿Todo bien? Good morning. Enough respect to all. I know. I would pay 5K to see that fight. Wow, what, the Joshua Fury? Wow, that's wild. Yeah.
There is a good chance that fight could be an all-time classic. There is a good chance. That fight has the capacity to have everything. Has capacity to have knockdowns, to have controversy, to have them both trying to box, both trying to maul each other in the middle, a few elbows, a headbutt. It just has the capacity to have it all. So,
what, Joshua? You talking Joshua?
Joshua Fury, yeah, Fury Joshua, the way you want to put it. It does have the capacity to have it all.
Yeah, yeah. I can't wait. That's just going to be. This is going to sound bad, but I'm hoping for another shutdown so they can have it in America. I doubt they'll have it in America, and don't hope for another shutdown for us. We need to live now, Karma. Like, that's been a bit. That does sound bad. It does. It does sound bad. Yeah, I'm rivaled. I don't know. What are you guys talking about? Yeah, I don't know what he's. Yeah, I'm rivaled. I don't know. I've never seen him get like bear abuse. But yeah, so what else have we missed out before we wrap up? What's in the?
I want to mention McKinson, the Congo McKinson.
Go on.
I'd really enjoyed what I saw, and I haven't had time yet. I've got to look at some of his other fights. You know,
we thought. Who's a? Oh, hang on. Who did
Chris Congo. Chris Congo.
Oh yeah, and gave Chris Congo a good old run for his money, mate.
If he's got a chin, and if he's got power, is can go a long way. I mean, he did rock Congo a few times. I wasn't sure whether that was the southpaw, leg crossing when their feet are battling for position. Whether he caught him, and his feet he tripped over his feet a bit, but he did rock Congo regardless. But, yeah, it'd be interesting how his power holds as he goes up in quality. And Eddie Hearn said he's looking to put him up in dangerous fights. So I want to see what he can produce. He just looked slick. He looked fast feet and fast hands when he got on the inside. He just leapt in past Congo's jab and then just unloaded. He was so rapid on the inside, and he was going for the body, the head, and he was accurate with it as well. And then he was gone again. I was really happy with what I saw. Did
I text you and go, he's lost? Oh, and he's lost.
Yeah,
you, innit? Well, after about the first 3 rounds, I went, he's lost. He's Chris Congo's lost this one. And Devin Haney and Linares has announced that, what are they? What date are they? May, I just posted it, May 20 something. So now we're going to see what Devin Haney is about, because he's the one that hasn't been tested the most, and I need to see something from him.
Do you think this will be enough to get people off of his back? I don't think it is going to be enough to get people off of his back about the email champion status that he's got.
But if he beats Linares convincingly, they can't tell him nothing, I guess. Okay. May 29th. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Mind blown.
Look, I have to go for Haney.
Yeah, he's got the most to prove out of that little quadruple lot of them. You know,
Linares is coming down from the mountain while Haney's climbing up to it. Although Haney's got the belt, it's going
to be a tough fight. Linares is a great fighter. You know, people are going to say, yeah, he's at the tail end of his career, but he's a banger. And Haney actually said that when he went into the fight with Gamboa, he had a broken hand. Wow, so he actually beat Gamboa. He actually beat Gamboa one-handed. Well, that matched Gamboa's leg, because Gamboa was one-legged, to be fair.
Well, that was the bout where people started to doubt Haney's power, isn't it? Saying, you know, if he couldn't knock out
Yeah,
Gunn,
yeah.
if he was injured, that kind of answers why he couldn't generate the power to deliver a knockout.
Yeah, because he got knockout of the year 2019. But on his stats, he's not stats as a knockout fighter. I think he's in like the top 60s so far. Could be 70s, but so far Haney is a great, out of all of them, he's the best boxer. He's the best, like, technical. He's the technical guy. He's the best boxer. And then you've got Teofimo Lopez, who's a good boxer, but he's also he's brute as well. Like, he's a big lad for that weight cap.
But what we need for that division is
Yeah,
for them to be able to fight each other. I mean, we've had one big fight, which was great. The
Campbell Garcia.
No, Lopez.
Lomachenko.
You know, that we need, and there's another 5 or 6 possible combinations of that kind of quality bout.
Yeah,
that would be really great if they were to get them on. I'm just hoping they actually get them on.
yeah, and I agree, Karma. Linares is a step up for him, so we need to see what is really what. There's a lot of pressure on Devon at the minute. Did Linares beat Luke Campbell? Yeah, he did. So it puts him in second in terms of resume behind Lopez. Yeah, but Luke Campbell is just the guy that always falls short of, you know, he's come from great stock, but I mean, he just doesn't cut it for me. Just doesn't cut it. Linares is battle tested and still dangerous, very dangerous. Linares, Fortuna. Fortuna is the one that Ryan Garcia is going to be fighting. Did he beat Linares? Beat Campbell? It wasn't Fortuna.
I think Fortuna Campbell was scheduled to fight, but then Haney came back from injury, and they kind of changed all those plans.
Changed it around. Deontay Wilder is the greatest heavyweight the world has ever seen, ever known, Chan. Well, at least if you're gonna say my name, you're gonna have to put 2 N's at the end of that, at least. Yeah. Look, you must accept this. No, I must not. I'm afraid. I don't have to accept it because it's not true. So sorry. But he was like 29, 30 there. Wilder is in witness protection, dealing with PTSD, buddy. Yeah, Luke just don't have power. He don't have power at all. So doesn't have killer instinct, as we saw with the Garcia fight. He floored Garcia and didn't go in for the kill. I just can't rate it. He just pussied out, really, to be fair. Linares is one of the best right hands at 135. Hopefully, Devon doesn't get to experience that. It would not be a vibe if Devon gets knocked down. It would not. I give Luke a pass because his losses were, they were certified fighters. It just shows that Luke, he's not elite, though. He's not elite. He's never won against, like, I don't know. Yeah, it just doesn't cut it.
You know, you fight tough fights. You know, there's a chance you're going to have
win one of them, please.
I don't think boxing is that easy, man. I think you need a lot of things to go in your favor.
It's not about being easy.
Tough fights for a reason, isn't it?
So that you can win one of them, and that we can put you amongst the elite. That's like Andy. That's like Andy Joshua. It's boxing's tough fights, you know. But he wins them. Or Tyson Fury. He's another thing. But you know, of course, there's tough fights. But we're not forcing them to be boxers, Leon. So there's tough fights.
What I'm saying is
win some. All I'm saying is win some. Yeah, win some. Otherwise, don't box if you can't win none. What are you boxing for? Shan, don't be angry. I don't know who. Ring IQ. Why do I know you? Is he in our group, Lee?
You know Ring IQ. Come on. Are you joking?
Ring IQ from what, the New York geezer?
Yeah.
I didn't know you loved Deontay Wilder like that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's in our group.
I think he's winding you up, Shane.
Oh, he is.
He's trying to bring out the bang bang.
Yeah, no, I was just like, I don't remember you loving. I didn't remember him loving thingy. Glovegate is so real. Ring IQ, stop trolling us. You stop it, you. Julio. It's Julius. I got a friend called Julio. I want some bars. So do I. Preferably made out of chocolate. No, I'm just going to quickly. Wilder should fight White. Yeah, quickly touch on that. Wilder should fight White. That would be an amazing fight, but it's not going to happen. And that's why I don't really sit down and speak about it too much on my own platform. I've discussed it on others' platforms. It's not going to happen. White hasn't fought any elites, to be fair, other than Tyson Fury. And if he didn't do it then, he ain't going to start doing it now. We don't even know where he is. If you can find where he is, then okay, yeah, he was trolling me. He was just, you're gonna get you, Julius. I was like, when did he start turning into? That's what I was like. It's the same ring IQ. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, I just don't think. Do you think Wilder's gonna fight again, Lee? Let's have it. Let's just tell the truth.
Do I think he'll fight again? Yes, yeah. Absolutely.
Where? Who? Where? How comes he ain't said nothing?
All right. Please don't bang at me. I think that he's waiting for whatever's going on with this court thing that's going on with that rematch clause.
You think that's but you think that's to do with why? Yeah, no. They've already said that's nothing to do with it, though.
Look, Bob Arum was saying that is still going on, and
arbitration. Yeah, but it's for compensation. It's for monetary.
What he said on the last interview I heard. He said did he use the word highly unlikely or highly doubtful? Unlikely or doubtful. He used one kind of word to say that they would prevent the fight, but he never said it's impossible. It's nothing to do with that. So, they say things and then they say something else. So until we know what finally said, we don't know. And there's going to be a ruling at some stage, and then we're going to get to the truth. Because
I heard Bob Arum said the ruling's going to be in May. But, I don't know. Bob, sometimes do you know what you're talking about, Bob?
Tyson Fury announced this fight last year, June, and we're still waiting to start.
At this point,
they're always just kicking things down the road, and then they'll pick up the conversation again, and then say something else.
And I report it, right. I report where did that go? I report the just the updates and the views that I get. I thought there was going to be this fight. I thought there was going to be that. I'm like, bruv, like. I'm not being biased. I don't have to report it. So whether it's things that I like of it in that scenario or things that I don't like, I'm still just gonna. I've got a couple of updates to do still. I was not feeling the greatest, so I've kind of felt I haven't really been reporting too tough. But I'm gonna fling a couple today. But guys, like I just report what's there. Do you understand? There's no point. No point getting at me. Bob said it's done. He will come back as a C-level fighter. Right. So, then check Twitter. Oh, Kildara's favourite son. Oh, God, these lot are going off in the comments. Fight fan figures actually got... Oh, my commitments changed. So, my commitments changed and I don't have to do till Sunday. You can go off and I could speak to the audience for a bit. Just for
okay. Yeah. I really appreciate you having me on, Shan.
Yeah, Fight Fans will be back. He'll be back in a few days. We'll try and get something done and chop it up. But introducing the Fight Fan figure.
Take care.
Take care, Lee. Speak to you later, guys. All right. So you got me for a little minute. So let's see. Yeah, Deontay Wilder. We don't know it. Let's have. I don't know. Then check Twitter, unrivaled. Kildare. So, I think the arbitration will rule in Wilder's favour simply because we've had so many behind door matches. What do you mean behind door matches? Like, what do you mean behind door matches? But I'm agreeing with your first bit because I feel that they're gonna give him compensation and he's wanting what he feels that he's owed for not having that third fight. But I think there's a little bit more they have to unfold. It's just like, Wilder, was you really available for these fights? Because what we knew, there were 7 dates and they all didn't work and he turned them down. Like, who is in the wrong here? This is what I'm saying. Who really is in the wrong on this instance? Because all now, I don't know. It's I think it's pathetic, guys. And if we could just get Wilder to come and say anything, hang on, I don't think anything, it would be massively appreciated. Much love, bendiciones. No, I'm still here. I'm still here. Don't worry, I'm still here. I don't think they'll rule in his favour, Shan. Don't you? Why though? Because it's a possibility. They just go, no, you don't deserve any money because it was your fault. Why the third fight didn't ultimately happen. So yeah, that could be a possibility. But like, we can't guess what's happening in arbitration. It's just too much. It's just be silly to guess. It's such an intricate thing. Do you know what I mean? It's such an intricate thing, and we're just here, nothing to do with it. Imagine you having a court case and you've got everyone on your live discussing your court case. All you can discuss is like random strangers. All you can say is, I reckon Shann's going to be found not guilty, or Shann's going to be found guilty. That's it. We can't go in because we're not privy to it. Do you understand? So I just don't know where it's going, because I don't, other than monetary value, I don't know what the monetary value is for. Is it for damages, compensation? Do you understand? We don't, guys, we just don't know. Wilder is getting a few mil to step aside. It's compensation. He doesn't want a trilogy. That's what I thought. He broke the contract. Now Fury Wilder tucked his tail and needs money. He needs money. Guys, how do you give out wrenches? I've never known how to do that. You know, a couple of my I don't know how to do it. Hi, Sammy. How do you do these? I don't know. How do you do how's the wrench crew? I have no idea. I've had a look and I definitely can't see any settings that do it. Hi, Sammy. Wilder is getting a few mil. All right, we said that. Because the fight could have happened, Top Rank aren't on the hook for a lack of an audience and an expired contract. Exactly, lady. He won't win much money if he does win. What did he get for the? They've split PPVs. I think they both took home on the rematch. I think all in all, him and Tyson Fury took 30 million each. So oh my God, guys, I've got to tell you this. I was listening to, you know, sometimes I got to see what these idiots are saying. So I went on to Fanon's live, and he was live probably like the day before, but he was talking about Errol Spence and all of these lot, and he was saying that John A. Wilder, I didn't hear nothing about boxing, nothing. It was just spewing pure hatred, such a hateful rhetoric. He was saying that basically Deontay Wilder's going to get 100 million from this arbitration because that's what he deserves. 100 million. Where does he get 100 million from? Like, these geezers need to, I don't even know how they're not embarrassed. I don't even know how they're really not embarrassed, mate. But go and check it out and have a look, because it's super, super cringe. For non-LDBC, hang on, let's see. You have to do it from YouTube. You can do it from stream. You can't do it from Streamland. You have to go on the live. Go to live on YouTube and click the 3 dots. So let me just see that, guys. Bear with the I and I. I've got to try and find it. Going in view from YouTube. Oh, I hate all of these niggly bits, man. Stupid. Let me see. Where's the bit where it says view this from YouTube? I don't understand. Where do we view from the tube of view? Oh, hang on. There's some 3 dots. No, we don't want to. We don't want to remove me. We don't want to remove me from it. Where's the Where do we see it from YouTube, D? Because usually you see it from YouTube, innit? No, we don't want the settings. When I do things like that, can you guys still see me? He's a madman, Shan. Who? Deontay Wilder? Yeah. He'll be lucky if he gets 10 mil. Damn straight. He's like, I don't know where he thinks he's. I don't know where he thinks he's coming from. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Where do I see this from? YouTube, D. Why would Wilder? Why is arbitration money important to Wilder? Did you not? Yeah, it's true. Live in the chat shits. Yeah. So, do I just open a YouTube? Okay, 1 second, guys. Stay right there. Don't leave. Just stay 1 second. Because I need to see what D's saying. Because I don't do it from my YouTube live. Can you still hear me? I think you can still hear me. 1 secondo. Okay, live now. Can you still hear me? Oh yeah, look. I think you can still hear me. So 1 secondo. Okay, live now. Can you guys still hear me while I'm doing this? Oh, you can, I think. I think you guys can still see me. Oh yeah, look. I think you can still hear me. So 1 secondo. Okay, live now. Can you guys still hear me while I'm doing this? Oh, you can, I think. I think you guys can still hear me. Oh yeah, look. I think you can still hear me. So 1 secondo. Okay, live now. Yeah, I know you hear me. Oh, you can, I think. I've got to find my channel. Oh yeah, look. You can still hear me. So 1 secondo. Okay, live now. There's one more person that doesn't know. Alright, that's crazy. So let's go back. Okay, so I think we've got some mods in the house. I think. Anyway, so right, let's see. I don't think they're ruling in his favour. No legal leg to stand on to receive damages. This is what I'm saying. We don't know this though. We don't really know the intricacies of it. If there is some kind of fault, either way, there could be fault with Fury. There could be fault with Wilder. This is what I'm saying. So we don't know until we're told. And at the minute, Bob Arum, he just says left, and then things go right, and then he says right, things go left. Like Bob Arum, you'd hope for him to be a reputable source because A, he was a lawyer, and B, like he's a part of all the whole equation. He just doesn't seem to tell us much of the truth, does he, guys? And it's massively annoying at this point. A fight could have happened. What exactly? Melly, did you get a wrench? Sammy, did you get your wrench? Something to do. It has something to do with the comments. Yeah, I heard he's getting 1 to 3 million from a pretty good source. Wilder broke contract now. Fury now. Wilder playing victim card. Yeah, I know. And all of his little LDBC little idiots are all happy to jump in and create a whole narrative for him. And I just think I've been on panels like till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, guys, with these lot just going, no, it's not this. Let's just as Smoke says, let's operate from the same group of facts. Let's just operate from the same group of facts here. This is not what's happening, guys. The LDBC needs to really get a grip on their lives. Stop being a sport, a fan of the man, and start being a fan of the sport. Okay, we've seen that. Sorry, Manly. Where is Wilder's pride? Better get your cash back in the damn ring. If he was a real warrior, Mudflood Warrior 2020. He ain't a warrior like you. Clearly, he's not. He don't want no smoke. He doesn't want it at all. He don't want no smoke. So basically there's no point of us going, who's Wilder going to fight next? Who's going to fight Wilder? Will Dillian Whyte fight Wilder? Bruv, we don't know where he is. we don't know where he is. What's that? Let's see. Yeah, light bulb. Yeah, so many fights. His 40+ fight career, and he never took them. This is what I'm saying, girl. This is what I'm saying. Rachel, no, we know. The girls knows. We all know. We're just waiting for the rest of the world to catch up. Hang on, we'll do that, Sammy. 1 sec, Sam. Kurt reckons it's down to the networks, not the fighters. I think it could be an amalgamation of both. I don't think it's solely to do with the networks. And I don't think it's solely to do with the fighters. But I think it's more to do with the fighters, in my opinion, porque the fighters have got to want to fight, to be honest. That's what they've got to do. And they're not. If you can, we can give out all these matchups. Dillian Whyte and everyone can go on the TV and call out Wilder. If Wilder don't want to fight, he don't want to fight. It's nothing to do with the networks. Wilder ain't taking on any of these fights, mate. This is what I'm saying. He ain't taking on any of these fights. Yeah, and he's been exposed. The blueprint of how to beat him is totally out there now. So in my opinion, I just think that Wilder's retired. I'm not saying I want him to, because I'd love to see him get bashed about again for his idiocy and wasting so much of our time. I can't even root for him. Do you know what I mean? But I just don't think he's coming back. He knows he has to prove too much, and he can't prove. He can't prove with top 10 fighters, guys. He cannot prove with top 10 fighters. He's rubbish. He's trash. If I have to just call a spade a spade. Do you know what I mean? Let's not forget, if he sues Fury, Fury can counter sue for defamation of character. Yeah, but Fury already addressed this and said he's not suing him, which made me question, why not? He said he won't do something when a man's down. He's obviously got some mental issues or whatever. I think Fury's coming from a place where him having mental issues, and he may identify that Deontay Wilder's got some. I don't business. You're trying to destroy my legacy, trying to say that all my people have cheated me, drugged me. Kenny Bayless was on Tyson Fury's side. The Varda State Commission. How, Sway? How? Do you know how much money that would take? You're not that important, Deontay Wilder, for them to come up with this greatest conspiracy against you. Why? Of what beneficial interest is it to them or to even us? I just can't be bothered. Do you know what I mean? Like it becomes draining. So should I. Where is Wilder? Look, I'll show you where Wilder. I'll tell you where Iceman thinks he is. So twerking somewhere. Definitely, he's somewhere. Recording it and putting it out for us, but he's definitely twerking. What an idiot. Agreed. He retired. Yeah, he's retired and just hasn't said it yet. If someone wants to fight, they will let it be known. Wilder's got a big mouth. He was always on his social media. I seen him say the other day, that last time he was on maybe 78 Sports TV, I'm a man that's private. I don't do social media. I was like, is this guy having a laugh? And they're like, yeah, champ. Yeah, champ. What fucking losers in life? Just fuck right off. Do you know what? I forgot. I haven't really been swearing lately. Have you guys noticed? But fuck it, yeah? Fuck it. Like, nearly monetized, guys. Nearly monetized, like literally. But fuck it, man. I just won't put these ones up for monetization. I don't really care, to be honest. I couldn't give a shit. YouTube, they're a load of rubbish themselves. The restrictions that they put on us, guys, if you ever knew, it's pathetic. Okay, you agreed he's retired. Sorry, I went off on a tangent rant. Wilder still has that big punch. Yeah, I know. This is what I'm saying. I know it's not easy to avoid it. We know this. But what we're saying is, what's the likelihood that he's coming back? Tell me. Do tell, because I just feel that he's retired and he ain't said nothing. In my opinion, guys, that's my opinion. People think that Ruiz v Arreola is shit, but they are best Mexicans heavyweights who will have all of Mexico at war. It's a shit fight, in my opinion. Sorry. Like, Andy Ruiz was the ex-heavyweight champion of the world. Like, you've been out of the ring since, what, December 2019? A year and a half. And you're coming back to fight Chris Arreola. Yeah, they're dead out there, man. They're dead. I'm not, no disrespect to you guys here, but right now, England, we've got the best heavyweights, and that's just it. It's falling short over there. And they're not helping the case, are they? Like Chris Arreola, he's no, that's Oscar Rivas. Chris Arreola, Mexican. You're gonna think it's gonna be some big Mexican. Everyone's like, yeah, no. Cinco de Mayo with May 8th with Canelo and BJS is gonna garner way more traction than that. Doesn't matter if it's Mexicans and Mexicans. We're not really caring. It's just a shit fight. I'll watch it here because I think it will be free. Will it be free for us? Sammy, have you got a wrench? Can you see the wrench? Because on StreamYard you can't see it. What are you saying, Rach? Wilder's fans are about to move on to Spence or they already do it. The PBC, the LDBC all they do is love PBC fighters. So they praise Errol Spence, yeah, and they downgrade Bud Crawford. I hate all day, every day. Tune in at your own peril, though. But I just do it for research purposes to see what they're saying. Tune into Fanon and that. All they do is desecrate Terence Crawford because really they're jealous and they want Terence Crawford to come on their show, but he doesn't come on their show. So all they do is downgrade him and big up Errol Spence. They're all pathetic. All pathetic. Let me see. I'm working my way down, sorry. You guys are chopping it up. Okay. Hang on. As I scroll up, low twerking. Okay. Tyson will not choose to sue. I was just saying that he can though. If Fury sued him or would like counter sue him, yeah. I would, but I don't know. I don't really know how far it can go in arbitration. And if this doesn't work, well, the arbitrator has to say whatever, but why not just go to court? I don't know. I think Wilder's trying to save money while they went to mediation, and then on to arbitration. I would counter sue him. I would sue his hands right off of him. And that would teach him, don't fuck with people. When I've said that in the past, people's like, he's got 8 kids. So if you cared about any of your 8 kids, you wouldn't come up with all this shit knowing that you could get your pants sued off and you and your 8 kids and your girlfriend from Wags over there end up in the streets. I don't care. You should think before you speak, Wilder. We can't use your kids as a shield. If you didn't care about them, no disrespect, why are we going to care? Because you shouldn't have been saying that Tyson Fury's got kids. So it's cool to desecrate his family lineage, but you're not fair play because you've got kids as well. Get out of town, man. All of these LDBC lot just come up with just the shittest excuses. Every fighter that fights Wilder from now on, including the likes of Brazil, would just get stuck in and take his right hand away. Wilder cannot fight up close. The blueprint is out. Totally 1,000,000,000% agreed. 100%. If he has retired after one loss and not fighting the other big names, that would be sad. It would be, because you don't have to. See, the thing is, he doesn't need to retire because he's had one loss. Loads of the greats have had one losses. Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson. What? Are they no longer great? No. It's how you deal with the losses and come. If he retires after this loss, he's a joke. He's a mockery. His whole name is just, yeah. You need to forget him. We won't be mentioning him again. Really, that's where he's running to. That anytime he is mentioned, it's just going to be for these conspiracy theories. What a shame. Thurman, spaghetti-legged Hootman, Durman, one-time Keith Thurman, two-time. Do you really think he wants to get battered by Fury again? No. So then don't box, because a lot of people can batter you unless you land that right hand. You're not a boxer. You're a one-trick pony. Fury told him in the way, and I'm taking your belt and I'm taking your soul. Man kept his word and definitely took his soul when he licked the blood. You know, when they replay that, I have to turn my head because it makes me feel physically sick. I could never do that. You rant as much as you like while we still have some modicum of free speech left. I know it's dying there, isn't it? Anything that you say against some of the favourites, your public enemy number one, ain't ya? Tyson was a cherry pick gone wrong. Check out Boxing Bro audit of Wales's wrist. I know. I saw it. I'm going to be having another member of the Boxing Bros very soon as well on panel. Excited about that. Stand by. You know, they're my bros from other modes. I fuck with them heavy. Big up Caden. Big up Conspiracy GZ. Slippery. Big up Neb TBE, baby. And big up my guy. Trill Dollar Bill. You know, Trill, I just like momentarily just forgot your name. I don't know. You might be on here, but I don't know. I momentarily forgot Trill Dollar Bill. Bizzle in the house, yeah? So yeah, they'll be on the show again, so stand by. I just want to see fuck the LDBC, man. Fuck them. It's all good. It's a comeback fight. Yeah, the Areola, I hope he hasn't retired, but it does kind of look that way now. Yep, you are agreeing. Areola Ruiz is a trash fight, and you guys have to pay pay-per-view. Well, Americans, it's not going to be the normal charge of $70 odd. It's going to be $50, but that's still a liberty. Imagine we had to pay £50 for like Derek Chisora and Joseph Parker. We would moan of that. We have to pay 20 quid and we're moaning of that. So imagine paying £50, Chris Areola and Andy Ruiz. 50. They're having a laugh of you lots pay-per-view out there, man. Having a fucking laugh. Okay, what are you talking about, Shan? Trevor Bryan will watch AJ and Fury at the same time. I can't see if you've got laughing emojis. I can't see them. All I can see is the flags. I hope that was a joke. I do hope that was. Trevor Bryan's trash. He can't even wash in a basin, let alone wash AJ and Fury at the same time. No, I think that was a joke, was it? Please let that have been a joke. Areola going on 40. But as we've seen, it doesn't matter about age all the time. Dillian Whyte got sparked out by 40-year-olds. You get me? You get me? Yeah, it feels mad. Thank you, Maze. You're more than welcome. You know, you've always supported my channel. So, you got to have a ring. I can buy a pair of heels with that money. No effing way. Yeah. I saw you, Karma, you not going to buy the Areola and Ruiz fight? You're Mexican. Is it something that you're going to want to deal with? Nah. If Karma Serene don't want to do it, it's a wash. I'm taking the piss, as you guys would say. Phew. I was like, Karma, she disappeared for a little minute and she's come back. Can the real Karma Serene please stand up? Yeah, we are. Yeah, I don't understand. Trevor Bryan needs to just let Dillian Whyte take his belt. WBA, quick belt, real quick, innit? You can't build character. You can't build character in the boxing ring. I'm not sure what you mean by that. You can't build character in the boxing ring. Let the I know to clarify, Bev. No way. Okay, I got you. Girl, I got you. Yeah. Are you from America? Come on. Yeah, she is. She's from Texas, isn't she? Yes, Woody. Texan in the house. Yeah. So, yeah, guys. I'm gonna be trying to think. Got a couple of reports. I'm an idiot. No, this is what I do in my day-to-day. My kids look at me and they're like, "She's off." What are you saying? Facts, Lady Shan. Angry Lady Shan, Carmel Serene. Ego, Rada's ego is terrible. He needs to come back down to earth and learn from the Thomas Huns of the world. Wow. It's not how you go down, it's how you get back up. And how you get back up makes you great. Carne. I don't know. I'm saying it like it would be Spanish, but if your name's O'Connor, it's probably Irish side, but it's weird. Carn O'Connor. You're exactly correct. It's not what happens when you get knocked out. It's how you get back up. First you don't succeed. Dust yourself off and try again. That's what you've got to do in life. Keep dusting yourself off and keep trying again. You know, if he wants to be a loser, let him be a loser. I would rather give the PPV money for Ruiz Areola to a homeless person than pay for that heap of fake garbage. Wow. Am I bang on? Hackney, London here. Which one? Which are you? E6, E5, no, E6, E9, Homerton, which bit? The E is, Carn. The E is silent, Carn. So you're Irish. It's Irish, right? Yeah. Yeah. You held your own against the LDBC. I felt a little bit sorry for the panel. They underestimated your ring IQ. Stand by for the rest of the parts. Oh, just getting warmed up there. Thank you. You know, I would say when you speak of facts, if you don't know something, it's cool. Like how I deal with, like, if I don't know something, which there's loads of things that I don't know. I'm a student of life. I'm a student of the sport. I'll ask. These lot make stuff up. And when you make stuff up, when you lie, you've got to have a fucking good memory because the lie has to be consistently said. See, when you tell the truth, right? Boaty free. You see when you tell the truth, you don't need it. It flows off the tongue easy because it's the truth. You don't need to be thinking, but if I say that, that means that, so I'm gonna have to counteract and put that lie in place. So because of that lie, and then build this lie on top of that lie. Nah, man, I ain't got time for that. Sorry. So you get me. The LDBC, you'll see what happens on that. You'll see. They're all coming for me. Do you know what, guys? Can I just tell you? I want to tell you guys something. It is really creepy. So I started watching American Gods, and I said to someone, I said, he put me onto it. No, I'd heard about it like last week. And then this person was watching it. And then I thought the next day, let me watch it. Bruv, I was watching it. I got in 2 episodes. I was like, it's sick, yeah? But it's demonic. It's super demonic. And I was a person that used to read only horror books, only watch horror films. My mum's a big horror film watcher as well. So is what my sister is. And I just grew up always. And then, you know, once I moved out and stuff, I was always into the CI channel, another 48 hours. And it was like, after a while, it's just like, it's doom and gloom. It affects your environment. So I took them down a peg or two. So then I was watching this American Gods thing, right? I watched 2 eps and I said to my friend, right, I'm only going to watch 2 eps. And then to be sure, I'm Irish, Lady Shan. Love it. Love it. Oh, God. But let me tell the story. So I was watching it, and then this morning when I woke up, and then I was watching Fanon on my phone, right? I was watching Fanon on my phone, right? And then I typed a couple of comments because Fanon must have said, what did he say? Oh, you can't put the King of England, something about the King of England. I was like, England has no king. But anyway, and then I said, and you couldn't go to like Nigeria anyway and do you think you could fling your arms around the Nigerian top head chief or the prime minister or president, whatever it is there, even if he's black, mate? Like, because he was trying to say that, oh, we think we're better than other people. How dare you you can't dap up the Queen. I wouldn't want someone to dap my nan. Doesn't matter what colour you are. It's just about respect. And wherever you go, every country has their rules. If you don't fucking like it, mate, don't go. But when you're going to say stuff, at least say the truth. Oh, you couldn't do that to the King of England. No, you couldn't do it to the King of England, you punk. Guess why? Because we don't have a king, you idiot. We've got a prince and a queen. Yeah? So I typed that in there, right? And then I said the same thing about you couldn't go to any country in Africa. Doesn't matter what country, what colour you are, you couldn't just go up to a president and try to hug them. You don't know, like, that's not protocol, my G. So I don't know why you're making it some race issue. Anyway, I fell asleep. And in my dream, I had a nightmare. It was a mixture of, because I'd watched the American thing, I heard, and I thought it was real. I heard my door go ding dong, ding dong. Yeah, my apartment door go ding dong, ding dong. It did, but this was in the dream. And then I heard the door open. And then I heard like dragging feet. Going up and down my hall. And I was like, I was so like, I couldn't move. I was in my bed, like in the dream, I was in my bed, couldn't move. I was thinking, fuck. And then somehow I went into like an unconscious moment. And then all of a sudden I regained consciousness, guys. I'll tell you this because it's wild. I regained consciousness and I had like all clothes just dumped on my bed, yeah. And I was just like, this is crazy. And then I could hear still intermittently someone wants to get me because I've left those messages on his comments. Imagine that's what I was thinking within the dream, within the nightmare. That is wild, isn't it? At least I've had to share it because I think that's fucking hilarious. But it just proves just can't watch them things every minute, man. Especially when you've got a bubbly spirit like me. I'm upbeat. So sometimes you got to be careful, guys, what you consume and what you take on. Because energy is like, it's important to feed yourself as much positive energy. I'm not saying don't watch a horror film. I'm not saying don't, do scare tactics like go on a roller coaster and stuff like that. But I'm just saying everything in moderation. Everything's about balance, balance. It was crazy. And I'm still got a little bit of fear right near there, like a little bit of lump thinking, this is because I left a comment on Fanon's thing. They're coming to get me. Like, ain't that weird? Because I watched the film and the episode, and it's all weird in those episodes. And it combined with me waking up this morning, texting my 2 comments on Fanon's thing, drifting, falling back to sleep just for a bit, and having that nightmare. That's wild. That's wild to me. You get me? That is super wild. Let me see. You lot laughing at me. Who was in the dream? Wow, Wilder. It's a nightmare. Stop watching horror stuff. I know. Bruv, it was scared. It was scared. It was scary. It was scary. Super scary. You've got to be careful what you consume. All right, so you're from Bo. Whoa, E3. Now, what he's saying, back to boxing. Fury, AJ, Ruiz, White, Chisora, all been down on the floor. Thank you very much. And they all got up, didn't they? And they're still who they are, aren't they? What do you guys think of Chisora? Are you getting bored of pay-per-view for Chisora fights? I want to know your opinion. Are you not getting bored of them? Because How much time can we keep paying to watch someone lose? But I watch you lose for free, but like keep paying you to be a millionaire, to be a losing millionaire. You're a loser, but I'm making you a millionaire. And then there's people that win and they're not millionaires. This doesn't make sense in my life. We've got to stop doing it, guys. We've got to be rewarding people that like succeed. And you know, that's what, because otherwise it's painting the wrong message that people can just lose in the sport of boxing. It doesn't matter because they got a character. Let's make them multi-millionaires. No, that's no fair. Sorry. Isn't it, Woody? All boxers should check out Benny the Jet Urquhart documentary, where he talks about using internal energy to dispatch his opponents. Saw it this morning, really. Right, I'm going to write it down. Benny. Let me write that down. See, this is what I'm saying. Always a student. That's why I've got my pen and my pad. That's why I always have it, because you guys teach me stuff all the time. I love it, and I love learning things. I'm a bit of a nerd, guys. You know, don't think I'm that cool, because I'm really not. Doc, I'm gonna watch it. I'm definitely gonna watch it. You know what we should do when I ever come on live? We should do things like check out like a fight that happened from yesteryear, and then we check it out, and then we all come back on the next live and say our opinion. That would be a good thing to do. That would be good shows to do like that. Be interesting. Muy interesante. I'm seeing what you guys are saying. She watched horror film to learn how to defeat evil. Iceman, you've got your picture of. It's always funny because look, now that you're saying it, you got a picture of Jesus up. Well, so-called picture, you know, like it's a nice picture, nonetheless. Even if he didn't really look like that, still unthreatening. Still a nice picture at the end of the day, isn't it? But yeah, I don't know. That it was the evil. It just. I thought Fanon would really come to get me. Weed seems to keep my dreams down to a minimum. See, the only thing I don't smoke, so I would have a couple edibles, like gummies, and I find that I dream more on them because I go more into warped. I'm a very lucid dreamer, though. I've always had vivid dreams, and they end up turning out to be some madnesses. And when I have dreams about people, I always call them and say, yo, you're right, because I had this dream. But one time I had to do it for Wiley. Straight, I was like, someone needs to get me Wiley's number. I know him, but I just didn't have his number. And then it's lying there, and my phone rang. And I was like, yo, Shaun, what's up? I was like, told him the dream I had. He went, yeah, I know what that means still. I know what that means. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's weird. I don't want to sound like Mystic Meg and Mystic Shannon the place, but there is a bit of the third eye being open around here. I'm quite receptive to energy and things, and I can pick up things quite easy. And like let me tell you this story. I just had this. I had a boyfriend, and we was all in the same social group. And there was his friend that was in our social group. Loved me to pieces. Always gave me props, respect. Never rude. And I just didn't like him. I was just like, no, I don't like him. And they was like, what's he done to you? I was just like, I just don't like him. My spirit just couldn't take to him at all. What has he done to you? Nothing. See him again. You right, Shaun? Like, yeah. I'm all right. Don't like him. It's wild, isn't it? Don't like him. Just don't like him. And if I don't like you, I can't force to like you. My energy just wasn't really, matching for me. Exactly. All existence is about balance. Exactly, D. D, have you got your channel back, D? Yeah, dreams are always telling something. So this is what I'm saying. I always try to think I don't know what that. I just feel like, do you know what it is? It's because I've been engaging in a lot of LDBC rubbish, and they're a part of energy, and their energy is just negative and not good. But it's just mad that I see how mad that is to watch something, fall asleep. I'm not talking about the American Gods, like watching Fanon's live this morning. And then I tend to do that, wake up early, and then I'll watch some stuff, and then I'll fall back asleep. And then I dreamt that it was Fanon that was trying to get me. Look how quick that was. So that shows that their energy is mad demonic, and because it was just hateful. Guys, go and check it out. Go and check it out. It's about Pacquiao, and I think is it about Pacquiao and Crawford, I think. But there was no boxing. And even at the end, he goes, thank you for everybody giving me the super chats. Like, didn't really talk about boxing. It's like, mate, do you ever talk about boxing? Like, it was just hateful preaching. That's why my spirit straight away I fell asleep. And I had a nightmare. It wasn't even a dream. It was a nightmare. It was like being in that film. Here's Johnny, The Shining. The stuff that was happening for sleep. Clothes on my bed. I heard the door. Ding dong. Open. Shut. Feet dragging up and down my hallway. Mate. Even just thinking of it now, it is fucking scary. Nah, mate. Chisora has a lot of fans, Lady Jan, because of the drama he creates. Yeah, I know. But how much money does he want till that it gets boring after a while. Man, I can't see it on there. I need to update whatever that is. When I do it on my telly and have a look back at this live, I'll have a look. It could be a laughing emoji. Could be. Woody Touche. Chisora is my favorite. So you think he's still PPV worthy, even though like 10, 11 losses, whatever it is? Like, should we still be paying PPV to a guy that continuously loses? What do you reckon? When it comes to it, I think Shields has more self-belief, yet she beat her in the amateurs. But this is pros now. I think Shields wins. Do you? Yeah, Carissa Shields is an aggressive fighter. Savannah Marshall, big girl, like I said, 6'1". It would just be quite a straight down the middle fight. I'd love to see it happen. I would. Energy goes where the energy flows. Yep, you know that. Fanon is a creep. Ain't it? Yeah, maybe that's why I had them dreams. That dream, man. Bruv. Yeah, nah, bruv, it was mad. Let me see more. I'm getting down to this more. There's more, one sec. Incognito, to be honest. Hang on, wait, let me get to so I don't miss out. She's always your favorite. Shields. Morning from LA. Shouting. I know. It's an early one for you guys, man, because you guys are 9 hours behind us. So already here, it's 4:15. And for you, it's like 12, 11, 10, 9, 8 o'clock in the morning. By the time it's 9 p.m. for us and our date is done, you're only having lunch. That is wild to me. I've only been to LA once, loved it. And I was only there for like 24 hours, but loved it within that 24 hours. Wild. Weird thing. Morning though, Shelton. To be honest, I think Chisora should retire, but Eddie Hearn won't allow Chisora to headline PPV if Chisora wasn't generating the revenue. True. But what I'm saying, I think, will that not run out? Well, like, if he loses against Joseph Parker, which I think he will, by the way, yeah, and this ain't even the prediction, but let's just have it right. I think he will. I ain't falling for none of David Hayes' rubbish anymore. Chisora's on his way out. Respect to him, he likes fighting, but he's a bit on his way out. Phillies to Joseph Parker. So funny because I keep calling him Tony Parker. Joseph Parker. Surely that he can't do another PPV fight. Surely it can't. Sorry. Yes. Chisora ain't saying nothing. He ain't, fam. He ain't. Chisora does a lot of pre-fight entertainment, and David Hay sells the shit out of his fights, which gets the fans gas. But then he fails to deliver. Yeah, he always fails to deliver. He doesn't. He gets there, and then they beat him. They outpoint him. Chisora's always outpointed. all that brute force just shows he's not really of world level. He's not. No, I don't care what anyone says. I'd love to interview Chisora, and I'd keep it straight up and down. You guys know, I'd always be respectful, but I'd have to say Chisora. I know, but someone did say that to him on that BT thing, and he actually went ballistic on him and said, "Oh, fuck you." So imagine if I said it to him then. Okay, no. Yeah, you can't. I can't deal with people that you can't say like the realness to them, and they just start spazzing out on you. Benny the Jet. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Des. Yeah, I think I just forgot the D. No, it's all right. Thanks for showing me that. Edibles are very different. Yes, they are. Sup, Lady Shan? The do suits ya. You like the do? Thank you. Thanks. What about me? We're always on panel, chopping it up, going against these fools, aren't we? Like it's our day job to Ross. It's our day job to battle these guys. Big up. What about me? Like, big up, because I've seen him, met him a few days ago on H Money. Big up H Money as well. H Money probably be sleeping, but salute. I was on panel with H Money and Raf yesterday, and I was on panel on H's with What About Me. Yeah. Was you on panel or was you just in the comments? What about me? Yeah, so thank you as well. Pass me the Rizzler. Pass me the Rizzler. Don't have any. Well, I don't have any Rizzler. You are right on, Lady Shan. The dream world is more important than we give credit for. Read the book called The Art of Dreaming. You are putting me up on gang. Let me write that down. And I'll be doing it. I'll order it from Amazon today. Don't play with me. The Art of Dreaming. The Art of Dreaming. Dulces sueños. Not all the time. The Art of Dreaming by Carlos Castaneda. No, Castaneda. Castenda. Sorry, I was reading. Why do I put everything into Spanish? I thought it said Castaneda. Energy goes with energy flows. All right, Fanon's a creep. Yeah, gonna check it out. What's D saying? It will be back up in 2 to 3 days. I'm waiting for the email from YouTube now. I just got off with them earlier because it was supposed to be up today. YouTube are idiots, aren't they? They're proper idiots. How they try to just rule us, mate. You guys don't even know. I put up with something of me and another person, like not wearing. They had bottoms on, but not top. And then I just put my photo next to them to say this would be my next live. And we went live, and it was 0 people. And just thought, like, oh, maybe everyone's away at work. It'll be the playback crew as you do. I don't care. Do you know what I mean? And then after the live finished, it said, no, basically you breached the guidelines for sexual nudity. If you'd like to appeal, please tell us why. So I was like, well, on the thumbnail, I was like, well, then do you want me to change the thumbnail? I said, no one was nude. And then the next day, they uploaded it and said, oh, actually, you haven't breached any guidelines. YouTube's weird. El Padrino. Salute, Queen. I see you putting dons in spliffs. Woo! They're idiots, aren't they? To be fair. It's not hard, though, is it? It isn't hard when these idiots just come through thinking that they've got, like, facts in the bank and they've got nothing. It's embarrassing. It's majorly embarrassing. Gosh, there's a lot on here. Thank you. Fanon's a creep. I keep drawing me back to that one. Fanon is infiltrating my little Wilder played by Christopher Lee. What, the guy that Christopher Lee? Is that the guy that plays he's always Dracula as well? Is it that guy? He plays Draculas, doesn't he? Could you imagine? Red rum, red, yeah. See? Yeah, The Shining. See, I don't even want to think of it. That film is mad, creepy, awful. Here's Johnny. Mad, they just started going mad as they were Then there was Twin Duppy Girls. Like, that film's wild. I could, yeah, them films, I don't even know how people can imagine or create those type of things. Chisora was even surprised when he won against Tango. Even he knows it's bullshit. Yeah, basically, yeah. Shocked. That fight was a brawl. That fight was straight brawling. When I guys, please check out my interview, and there's still more parts coming out with Takam, and he touches on this, and I don't know, he's like, that fight, I hate it. Like he said, it's in my past. It's in my past. I'm like, yeah, fam, but I just met you now, so we're in the present. Like, that fight was tiring. I said, you both did well. Chill out, Carlos over there. You know what I mean? Karma, you're right. Even not Tillian. Even Chisora was like, well, I won. It's mad. It's mad. Chisora's time's coming, but I will always support Chisora. Yeah. Chisora is and always was functioned below his ability. If Chisora had been a gym rat, he would have been a world champ. Yeah. He's a cool guy. Character. Yeah. Agree. I think Chisora is at least one of the few out here earning PPVs. Looking at all these fighters getting PPV are doing nothing to deserve it. Chisora getting his bread because he's a warrior. Well, how much time can you pay someone to lose? Pay to watch someone lose. Like, we've seen it a bit too much. Like, it's 10 losses. I appreciate you can still keep going. I'm not saying he should retire, but why they shouldn't be main events, and they shouldn't always be PPV'd, I'm afraid. They just shouldn't. Okay, let me just have a look. Let's have a look. When Chisora knocks out Joseph Escobar, we get him White. He's Chisora. White, Chisora. Again. Please don't do this to us. No, I'm not down with it. Speak your mind. Okay, yeah, agreeing with the Chisora thing. Yeah, I just think we shouldn't have to. Parker beats Chisora by decision. Chisora retires. Chisora said he's not retiring. He's got his like 20th wind. Should have got that wind like 15 years ago, but hey, wind nonetheless. He said he ain't really going nowhere, guys. So we'll be seeing Chisora even after he loses. And yeah, stand by for my prediction. That is true, but he gives his best. People love him for being a trier. They do. I like Chisora, like I said. I'd love him to come on my show. Probably be like, not you saying all that, girl, but you know, I've got to keep it real. Like, I'm not one of them channels that like, because I want to interview someone or have to be beggy or can't really say my true opinion. Like, I can't sit on the fence on things. Like, so if it means that these people don't want to come on my show, like eventually, then so be it. I mean, you know, it takes a strong person then, like, for you to be able to say, yeah, you know what, the girl's got her own opinion. She ain't being vindictive. I'll go on her show. I respect people like that. I ain't going to stop saying what I'm saying because I possibly want an interview. All of these other channels do that. They kiss ass. Like, because they want the interviews. I don't give a shit. Still have to get it the way that I want it. It's a bit new to me. But thank you, Woody. 100. Salute Queen. Yeah. Smoke them. H to the 12-hour marathon that day. Yeah. I all fell asleep for about an hour. My car was night, guys. Bye. Got up. Only boxing does that. You guys are still on. Yeah. Gatekeeper for real. Right, guys. So, Shani is going to be off now. And I appreciate all of you guys coming through like the mile. Don't worry, I'll be back on You'll see it. Check the community tab. Yeah, that's all I can say. Please like, comment, subscribe, share. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, because I see people keep returning and they're not subscribed. Share it. Press the notification bell on your thing. It's really important. Yeah. Yeah. Chan, more than a few people in here got you. Here, got you. Anyone run their mouth, they get dealt with. Incognito, you're the best. And you're one of the most positive guys that always come through. D, take care, Khan. Khan O'Connor, take care, D. Take care, Incognito. Woody, salute. Mudflood, Warrior 2020. You are a warrior. I've got the bits that I'm going to look up. Thank you. I think Chisora rightly named the heavyweight division's gatekeeper. I suppose you've got to respect that. Yeah, but why do we PPV in it all the time? It's long. That's the thing. Why do we always have to pay for it? Hang on, I missed you. Why are Americans so fixated on things that can't be proven? Love the way you dealt with them, man. Was you there? Oh no, it was crazy. It was crazy. Big up the real Mr. Shelton. Did a live last night, Shan. The Sweet Science Examiner. Calm, all boxing, no BS. What's he called? The Sweet Science Examiner. Let me write that down. Yeah, but you guys are sometimes the time zone differences. I'm not getting enough sleep, and then I got cold, not feeling well, mad, tired. I have to be. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to check out some stuff, and then I'm going to do some recording. So guys, thank you so much for coming through. Yeah, damn the LDPC. Thanks. Laters. See you guys later. Hey girl, this lady Shan rep nonetheless. Come box with Shan. Rah! Gun!